Other yellow hat guy here, back with another video. And a video or two ago, we were talking unboxings, and I had a AV to HDMI converter. And what that was going to do was solve a question for me, which was, play some older consoles on newer TVs. That was the one reason why I haven't got the NES Classic or the SNES Classic or SNES Classic, depending on where you're from or how you choose to say it. I've got consoles like the Ouya that have been modded to play, emulators and things like that. So no need for a classic. And for, I believe it's $79.99, it just wasn't worth it to me knowing that I could already enjoy those games, in a different format. But the nostalgia does cross my mind from time to time when I'm in a GameStop or somewhere and see it. For a while, you weren't going to see pre-owned copies of that system. You weren't going to see anyone really selling them for anything but scalper prices. But that's changed. And one thing that I believe is a factor in that is the Switch having the ability to go online, and one of the features of their online that's coming out in a few days is they're going to allow you to play some Nintendo games. So in a way, it kind of cannibalizes the Virtual Console and, more importantly, the NES Classic. Maybe that'll happen with a SNES Classic too, but until then, your boy got a hold of one of these. Now you can see the price there. It's got that $59, but that's not what I paid for this. I got this fresh out of pawn shop, so while this is an unboxing video, this is pre-owned, but this is going to be me discovering this in its entirety for myself, assuming everything is there. So if it's not, and they got your boy, this will be proof here. So right on the back here, you can see some games, and I'm going to read them off to you. They let you know what the hits are on the front. Super Mario World is there, Donkey Kong Country, F-Zero, Super Mario Kart, Zelda, Link to the Past, and many, many more. So what's included is Star Fox 2, which a lot of people have not played. Well, if you don't use emulators, you definitely haven't played it. But yeah, that's on here, and that's the one new game, unreleased game. Earthbound is on here, so that's great. Final Fantasy 3, which is Final Fantasy 6. Contra Wars, Castlevania, Super Punch-Out, Street Fighter. So all these are great titles. Secret of Mana, Mega Man X. It would have been nice if Mega Man X2 and 3 were put on here, but I understand why they weren't. It would have been nice if Mortal Kombat, NBA Jam, Turtles in Time, Chrono Trigger. It would have been nice if Super Bomberman, that's not on here. If all those games were on here, this would be excellent. They chose 21 games. Now, let's just get right into it, because you don't really care so much about the games as much as you care about what this thing looks like. Assuming you've, already got one and didn't wait till the last minute because you're not cheap like me, this is what you've got here. This is what you're working with. So system is in here. Here's an HDMI cable. Now to put this in perspective, here's this console, and here is the original 3DS, or not 3DS, the original DS. So there's that. Here's a 360 controller. So this could almost be a handheld system on its own. So I'm taking this out, and here it is. This is it. This is the control deck. On the back, you've got HDMI out. You have a DC in here, and the DC in actually connects to an HDMI, not an HDMI, but a power cord that has a duck head. So that means USB. And for you people with your pirate hats on, you kind of already know where I'm going with that, but I'm going to leave that alone. So one thing that was curious to me was, hey, where are the controller slots at? You simply pull this out like so, and boom, they've got Wii/Wii U connections and the controller connection's right there. So it'll be interesting if this was able to, run Bluetooth. The power button works. Not the eject doesn't, but the reset actually does work. You can't put a cartridge in there, but that's pretty much everything. So when I'm going further, here's the HDMI cable. Here is the power cable right here. Here is the duck head that you put on to power. And we'll get into the controllers. So what I'm going to do is take all this out and get right back with you in 1 second. So here we go. Here's the HDMI cable. These are pretty cool. I mean, they're standard HDMI, but I just like how they have the Nintendo logo on them. Makes them that much more impactful, if you ask me. But here are the controllers, and they're actually faithful to the original SNES controllers. I really dig that. If you're going to enjoy these, then, you might as well have a controller. And that's the advantage over the emulators, right? These other consoles aren't going to play 100% control-wise to the originals. So we'll see if they do. Price tag is slightly higher because, you've got these additional controllers. Or additional controllers. So the NES, being an older system, and only having one controller was one price, and SNES was a different price. So that's it for this unboxing video. Like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I enjoy keeping the boxes just for the nostalgia reasons themselves. That, and I don't have a Super Nintendo control set box, so now having this will be worth something to me anyway. I do have one of those Super Nintendo looking boxes that came with those t-shirts and blankets or whatever that I think I showed you guys, and we'll check out one of those older videos. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Check me out on Patreon, and I will see you in the next video.